Hello and welcome back to our Phoenix Point playthrough with the Blood and Titanium DLC. Following on from the two missions we did in the last video, we're going to be using our Thunderbird to continue to investigate some of the points of interest over here in Europe, while we use our Manticore to go around and hopefully attempt to get ourselves a few extra members to join our second squad. We don't have a huge amount of resources at the moment, though we do have some extra food coming in so we can do some trade, but ideally we'd like to get a couple more scavenging missions under our belt. No one in our main squad is currently injured, although they have taken a little bit of fatigue, and we do have a couple of promotions to deal with. So let's go in here for Justin, who is one of our assault snipers. We have a promotion here, so we could go for ready for action. So reloading and inventory actions don't cost us any action points at all. We can have Master Marksman. Accuracy with proficient weapons is increased by 30% when there are no spotted enemies within 10 tiles. Now that's actually quite useful because we're using an assault rifle rather than a shotgun here, so we do tend to engage targets at range a little more. And we can also give cautious if we wanted to, which would give us some bonus accuracy, but we take a reduction in damage. Not particularly keen on that, but I certainly think Master Marksman would be a way to go here. So let's go and pick Master Marksman up. We could potentially get ready for action as well, though this is not something that I do all that often. I tend, at least at this point of the game, not to rummage around in the rucksack too much, and also reloading isn't something that I do too often. We do have some points that we could spend if we wanted to increase our speed a little bit more, which is not a bad thing to do. And then finally we have a promotion on Eric here, who is in our Manticore. This is our Disciples of Anu Assault, who does have a mutation. And this is just the sort of first promotion here. So, well, it's got to be Dash, really, hasn't it? Why would it be anything else? Oh, we've actually got 2 promotion levels, so we'll go for Return Fire also. And because he's a relatively new recruit, let's spend a few points in there just to get his speed up. Fantastic. So we do want to increase our second squad. We have taken a little bit of damage that we need to heal up. That's when we got ambushed in the last video, and we could, if we wanted to, pick up Miguel there, and then we'd have 3 people on board the Manticore. So we will have 2 active squads going around soon enough. In the meantime, let's go and take the Thunderbird, and well, let's go and check out the ones that are sort of closer to home first.
This is a transmission to the world. We are the pure, and our time hiding in the shadows is over. Squads of our chosen warriors are already combing the world in search of resources and technology that will help us defeat the Pandoran threat. A word of warning, don't get in our way. We will show no mercy. We will allow no bargaining. We are the pure!
Okay, so the pure are getting involved again. It was nice to know they're still around. Okay, so let us go and get to this point. We've arrived at our base with... Where did we have Miguel? Miguel is in our second base, I believe. Let's just have a quick look at our personnel. Where are you? You're in Phoenix Delta, yeah. So we could go and pick Miguel up if we wanted to. Let's go over there just so we can start that area scan. We've finished reverse engineering the New Jericho assault rifle, so that is going to be useful. We don't have any current research queued, however, so let's go and see what we'd like to do here. I would like to reverse engineer the turret, but we do need a second one in order to do that. We should probably research Pandoran colonies, but is there anything else that I would like to grab quite quickly? The iconoclast would be quite good. The Disciples of Anu's shotgun. We do have a spare one. I'm going to add that to the queue, and then I'm going to put Pandoran colonies and Pandoran Evolution in the queue behind those. Okay. We'll pick up Miguel. So we'll go into personnel. and we will put you on the Manticore. So we now have 3 people on the Manticore, and we will take you. We'll actually go over here. I don't want to get ambushed. We'll go to this one. Just going to go over here and area scan because we want to be able to get to this site over here because we do have a mission there. In the meantime, you have arrived here. Let's start this area scan first, and then we will explore this point of interest. And we do have someone here that we could potentially recruit if we wanted to. A sniper, actually. And we could afford that. Actually, let's get another sniper. I don't think we have one in our second team. Can we afford to recruit you? Just slightly short on materials. That's fine. We do have a fair bit of food. So let's go ahead and just trade some of that food away just to get a few materials. So now that you're at Phoenix Point, we can go ahead and assign Darren to the Manticore. There we go. We're already up to 4. So we almost have a second squad now. Yep, you're still scanning that. That is fine. Earthseed. Dokkum. Dokkum is an anarcho-syndicalist haven closely associated with Synedrian, but not entirely part of it. Representative Boris Icebrock has contacted our operatives on behalf of Dokkum to request the assistance of the Phoenix Project. Okay. A team of Dokkum explorers has managed to discover the precise location of the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, a seed bank thought to contain more than 1 million samples. Whether the structure is still intact is unknown, as the area is infested with Pandorans. But even if a fraction of the samples have survived, they could play an essential role in restoring Earth's ecosystem. Representative Icebrock would like the Phoenix Project to help secure the area around the vault. Sure, we will accept that. Representative Icebrock transfers the vault's coordinates and wishes our operatives the best of luck. So now we have another mission we can do. And let's go and pop over to this one and explore this as well. So lots of things going on at the same time. So we've got an exploration site here. Our operatives have set down outside an abandoned supermarket. There might be supplies in here that we can use. And most of the fresh and frozen food rotted years ago, but there are still shelves full of canned goods. Some of these may still be edible. Our operatives have gathered up whatever they can, so there is 70 food. Now we've got a point down here on Sicily. Let's go and explore that. You have found a new Jericho haven. So we can actually reach this. Rise by sin, by virtue fall. That's so we want to be able to go over there and do that relatively soon. Let's go and explore this with you. Okay, so you're still searching that one. So that was down on Sicily. We've got one over here in the UK. Looks like it's around about Birmingham way, or maybe a little bit further to the west. We have located a new Phoenix base. Phoenix base discovered. We have located a Phoenix base and brought it back online. Excellent. Let's go ahead and have a look at that. So we have Phoenix Logistics B. We do have ourselves a vehicle bay, no Manticore in it though. We do need to repair the energy facility, and we need to repair the store and the satellite uplink, but we're going to have a second satellite uplink, which is really good. We are lacking the materials though, so we definitely need to get ourselves another scavenging mission. Let's just pause up as we found that base, and go ahead and check this mission out. Okay.
Research complete.
The Pandoran colonies research has now completed. Pandoran colonies are underground tunnel-like structures made of Pandoravirus-produced biomass. Following the ecological transformation of the sea, they appear to be the next step towards the total conquest of Earth's ecosystems. Each colony produces its own specific mutations, which is why we see certain mutations predominant in different regions. The colonies seem to expand their area of operation over time, attacking any human settlement they find. Based on colony growth patterns, we suspect that there are multiple levels of development. The initial level has been classified as the Pandoran Nest. And we've already done a couple of Pandoran Nests, and we grab ourselves some materials and food here, which is quite nice. So you are going to do that. Let's just unpause then. So you're searching. You are going to explore that. So we'll explore this one. And then we're going to start moving back towards our base a little more. You can start exploring that. Unknown soldiers. Fort Andrast. At the New Jericho Haven of Fort Andrast, our operatives are treated cautiously. Commander Stina Zaidi mentions previous dealings with the Phoenix Project. Upon further inquiry, he reveals that 2 Phoenix Project scientists were detained here due to being infected. Unfortunately, both are deceased. Apparently, these scientists, who never managed to make contact with Phoenix Point, may have been unaware the Phoenix Project even still existed. We're conducting research in the area where they were infected. Commander Zaidi insists that the research belongs to Fort Andrast. Demand that the research be shared with the Phoenix Project. Accept Commander Zaidi's position. Go up the chain of command. Ask Tobias West for the research directly. Let's go and speak to old Toby there. 100 research, and we get 2 more sites added to the geoscape. West is deeply irritated with Commander Zaidi and his interference with such a highly valued ally. He strongly suggests that another mistake of this magnitude would be fatal.
Research complete.
Pandoran Evolution. Field reports are indicating that some Pandorans of the Arthron and Triton types are gradually developing resistances and counters to our weaponry. While this process in some way resembles traditional evolution, it's clearly a much more direct process. Rather than adapting to evolutionary pressure, the Pandorans are being adapted with a goal in mind: the eradication of humanity. Oh, we haven't got any more research going at the moment, so let's get some other stuff in here. We could... Pandoran capture and containment. That's definitely something worth having a look at. Is there anything else that we can reverse engineer that we want to? No, so let's go ahead and get some of these autopsies queued up. And we have ourselves a Synedrian Haven. That was the wrong ship selected. The Widening Gaia. Several members of base personnel have been caught sleepwalking and drawing elliptical shapes on the walls in an overlapping, almost hypnotic pattern that induced feelings of anxiety in onlookers. On waking, the individuals were confused but otherwise unaffected. All of them reported dreams of flight. Okay. Right, you're back at base. Fine, let's leave you at base for the time being and find ourselves a mission site there. We'll go a bit further north before doing our next area scan. Specialized Pandoran containment facilities have been designed and successfully tested, allowing us to safely keep Pandorans in a state of constant paralysis. This represents a step forward in our struggle to understand their biology, and that allows us to produce the neuralizer. Okay, let us keep this going. Repairs are now done at our second base, third base even. Let's repair the store facility. We may as well. Is everything turned on here? Need to make sure that everything is powered. Now we've got the power facility back on. So let's go. Actually, let's go all the way up here to Scandinavia, and we'll start our area scan because it's about the most northerly point that we have, and we'll explore. There's the Mindfragger autopsy done. I say I'm skipping some of these things out now just so we can find a nice mission. We've been doing a fair amount of housekeeping in this video, and I'm very aware of that. Right, we have a haven under attack. Well, that's not good, is it? So, where is our haven attack happening? All the way down there. That one is going to be difficult to get to, so we're going to have to go in with our secondary crew here and see if we can help out. This is going to be our mission, and this might be a tough one. Threat level is medium. It is at night, but let's go ahead and jump in. Everybody is as geared up as they're going to be. We're mainly assaults and a sniper, but we will do what we can. Let's go and jump in. Okay, here we are. So we do have to be careful here because we only have a very small squad, and then they don't have a huge amount of promotions. So we want to be careful not to really lose anybody if we can avoid it. So we've got a bit of an eclectic mix here. We've got a Phoenix Project assault cross dual class with a sniper. We've got a New Jericho assault here. We've got a Synedrian sniper, and we've got a Disciples of Anu mutated assault with a shotgun. So this really is a mashup in terms of our classes here. We haven't revealed anybody yet. So let's go ahead and start moving some people forwards. We'll definitely try and let them come to us as much as possible. Now, I would like to have my sniper somewhere on Overwatch, but there isn't really anywhere we can go without and keep them out of cover. Now, unfortunately, they've spotted somebody, which is a little bit annoying. Somebody right on the outskirts. We've got an Arthron over there. Can't shoot at you, so we'll just go ahead and put you here. We can pistol Overwatch, so we'll do that if he wants to get a little bit closer. We'll make a bit of a wider cone, but we'll bring it closer so that if he does come towards us, he'll have to get close before we hit. We're also going to Overwatch with our... so he does have a grenade launcher, but he's also got a pincer. So as we haven't really bunched our soldiers up too much, he may actually just try and come closer towards us to attack in melee. So we are going to prepare another Overwatch there. Let's send the turn, see what he does. Hopefully it's not just a grenade to the face. So that's 2 Arthrons we're aware of. There's a third one over there that's attacking the... Right, here go our Overwatches. So, Assault Overwatch. Got spitter heads though, so they can do us some damage. That was actually really good. So we got our Overwatch shot from our assault rifle, and then the sniper finished him off with the pistol. That couldn't really have gone any better for us. So we've got 2 Pandorans to the left, 2 Pandorans to the right, and something stuck in the middle with you. So we need to get rid of those 2 guys there. Let's switch back to our sniper rifle. This is the Synedrian sniper rifle. It's pretty decent. We'll go ahead and see if we can hit one of these guys. It'd be nice if we could take out the head. But we'll take a relatively safe shot. That's a good amount of damage there. Now, our assault might be too far away to actually get a decent hit in with the assault rifle. We will get a little bit closer. We've actually spotted another enemy now. We have a Triton over here. Now, that changes things. Because that Triton is on Overwatch, so that very much changes things. What is our grenade lobbing distance? Not really sufficient to hit that Triton. So let's go and back up a little bit. Now we can't really see that Triton from here. That Triton's going to have to move out if he wants to try and do something. But yeah, he's hidden. We can't. We don't have a shot on the Triton from here. Now I can dash, so we could potentially use that. We also have dash on our. Now, how many will points do you have? You do have 8 will points. So we could dash over here. I don't think that'll trigger the Overwatch because I think we're getting up behind him. So we could go and dash right behind it. Now this is risky. Because we really do have to watch out for these Arthrons up here. But we can dash here. That'll put us in full cover. Now, we have just used all of our willpower. We haven't triggered his Overwatch because we sort of went around behind him. And then a nice blast in the back with a shotgun. Now, that didn't actually kill him, but it's done a significant amount of damage. There isn't really anywhere that I can put you where you're going to be in cover. We do have another assault here. Now, this assault doesn't really have any upgrades at all, any promotions, so he's not really all that quick on his feet. I'm going to get this assault up onto higher ground. That's not really going to help him on this turn, but maybe on our next turn it will be useful. So, all of this is going to come down to what we decide to do with this guy. So, we might get hit by grenades, but I think those guys, those Arthrons will actually just try and come towards me. So, with that in mind, we're going to try and finish off that Triton. Now, all we can see is one of his legs sticking out a little bit, but let's try it. And we were actually lucky. A couple of the bullets hit, and that's all we needed. Do you have an action point left? Yes, you do. So we will put you onto an Overwatch, just in case they come towards us. We might get a free shot there. We've still got to deal with those, at least 2 enemies over on this side of the map. Looks like he just hit one of his own, his allies, so that's good. Right, you're coming over here. What are you thinking about doing? You're thinking about firing a grenade at me. Okay, so we've got a bleed. You've damaged my shotgun, but you haven't disabled it. So we can still fire the shotgun. You're moving further forwards. Now then, if you're also firing a grenade, that might be the end of you. It's not the end of you, but you are not in a great state there. Now, luckily, he did actually gain some health. Otherwise, he would have died. Yeah, we need to get you out of this party. So let's back up with you as much as possible. I don't even think we have a med kit with you. Would like to use the sniper rather than... Yeah, we'll use our assault to heal. We'll see if we can get a shot on one of these Arthrons. Not shoot our own guy clean in the head. Okay, good shot on the Arthron. We're going to back up with you. And we're going to heal our buddy here. Now, he's not in great shape at the moment simply because he doesn't actually have a weapon that he can fire right now.
Receiving loud and clear.
Do we have a secondary weapon on anyone that I could give to him? Not at the moment, and there are no crates around. I could give him my sniper's pistol, but I'd rather keep that on my sniper. I don't even have a grenade on this assault. That was a bit of an oversight on my part. Anyway, I think we can deal with these two Arthrons. Okay, so there's one of them down. And do we have enough for a quick aim? Think we do. Just.
Targeting.
Don't have a particularly great shot. But any hits are better than nothing. There we go. We've done some damage, so hopefully he's not just going to come and greet us with another grenade. So this is turning out to be a bit of a tricky mission. Simply because we're quite outnumbered. And this isn't our best squad. Now, you are moving a little bit closer. I'm hoping he's just going to come in and do an acid spit or try and do something melee. He's not attacking straight off, which is good. Okay, we've got another Triton around there. So we've got a Triton and an Arthron, and I believe there's at least one more enemy. Okay, so you're a little bit useless at the moment. So you are very much just going to sort of get to the back of the map and just try and stay alive. And we'll have to give you the iconoclast that we built. Right, let's go ahead and finish this guy off with you, if we can.
Target down.
And then it leaves our guys on the ground to deal with the enemies that are approaching from the right-hand side. I think the Triton is probably the bigger threat right now. Although we don't have a line of sight on him. If we move here, we should do. Our cover isn't great. Now, he does have a shotgun. So we could just try and take that out, but... Disabled an arm, disabled the head, giving him a bleed. We could try and get a little bit closer here and use a grenade. I'm not convinced that we can kill both. Well, we definitely can't kill both of those. Right, we've also now spotted another Arthron over there. Let's try and take at least one of these enemies out. Preferably the Triton. I'm going to aim a little bit to the right. If we miss the Triton, we might hit the Arthron. And that is actually exactly what happened. So we've damaged the pincer on the Arthron at the back. Not a huge amount that I can do with you. You do have the potential to shoot again, but you can't see anyone. Let's start moving you around to this side of the building. Use you on the next turn, and you are just going to go on to standby. And there's not really a lot that we can do with you. We can try and move you back a little bit more. But I think we'll just leave you where you are. So we get a heal from the Triton. He does still have the bleed on him though. And he's actually prioritizing damaging the Haven. We've got another one in here. That's probably a Triton as well because it's a shotgun going off. So we've got at least 2 more Tritons, including the one that we can see. So there's 2 Tritons and an Arthron and a second Arthron. So we know we've got at the moment 4 enemies to deal with. These are probably the final 4. Incoming grenade. And that's given us another bleed that we'd rather not have, because we don't have another health pack at the moment.
Ready for action.
So this is going to come down to how quickly can we take these guys out. Let's start by using the guy on the roof.
Ready to engage.
If we can actually kill them all quick enough, we won't need to worry that much about the bleeds.
I'll try to get there in one piece.
So let's try and finish off this Arthron. Okay, 1 Arthron down. Let's put you into some... You can actually... Yeah, let's just put you into better cover. Let's just get you somewhere safe. That bleed's not going to kill him for a few turns, so I don't have to worry too much about that. I just want to get into a position where I have a decent line of sight against that Arthron. It's going to be tricky. There's a lot of stuff in the way.
Repositioning.
So let's try from here.
All I need is a clear shot.
Okay, so that Arthron's dead. So all we have remaining is this Triton inside, which is going to bleed out on this turn, or should bleed out on this turn. And there's another one at the back there, which we are going to have to try and get to quite quickly. So I believe that one did die from a bleed out, which is why our Master Marksman suddenly procced, because all of a sudden there was no enemy within 10 tiles. Okay, so this should be a Triton down here. Okay. So what we need to do now is get into a position where we can finish him off. We don't have enough will points for a dash. We can actually see him from here. If we go for a quick aim, we should be able to get 2 shots. Now, this is the one that was bleeding. He didn't actually die. I thought he had. Okay, that's this one finished off. You're out of ammo. You need to reload. This is being a pretty tense mission.
Moving.
So we've got another one around there. Yep, there he is. We can see him.
Aiming.
Now, again, he has got a shotgun, so he's got to get fairly close to us to do any damage. Take a few shots at him. Move back a little bit so we still have some cover. And then I'm just going to start trying to get my sniper as far forward as possible to deal with him on a future turn. Not a great number of spots I can put my sniper in. I really need to give him some speed improvements. Again, he is a new recruit. And yep, you're just going to bleed out. You do have a grenade, though. So let's start moving you forwards with the possibility of going through this door on the next turn. If we can kill this Triton on the next turn... So he has regained some health, but if we can kill this Triton on the next turn, we should survive. Now, we could just take a shotgun to the face here. And we took a shotgun to the face. Mark, I am so sorry. I really didn't think he would do that, but he did. Mark, you shall be avenged. Let's go and deal with this filthy Triton.
Steel on target.
Now, he isn't quite finished yet, but we might be able to deal with him with our sniper. Unfortunately, in order to do that, we're going to have to rely on the pistol. We could get into a position and try and take 2 shots, because we might need both shots. Pistol's fairly accurate on the sniper. And the second shot. There we go. The Triton is dead. Sorry, Mark. One more turn and you would have survived. And we get a level up from that as well. It's a shame to lose one of our more experienced soldiers. But it is what it is. He will be replaced. So there we are. We got some rewards from that mission, although that doesn't really make up for the loss of Mark. We've actually got the quiver there for the Synedrian crossbow.
You seem to be genuinely on our side, and everyone here at Synedrion really appreciates that. Please understand that we are cautious with organizations such as the Phoenix Project, not because we're trying to be obstinate, but because we've had some pretty terrible experiences that we'd prefer not to repeat. You know that I have high hopes for an alliance between the Phoenix Project and Synedrion, so my advice is this. What would be really helpful right now would be a more direct demonstration of your support. That could really win some hearts and minds. At this moment, we have a couple of really important projects running. The sort that could actually change the future, like improving our mist-repelling tech, which may allow us to peacefully coexist with the new ecology, or deploying a new breed of modified plant to help us reclaim the planet for ourselves. Believe me when I say we've had a lot of debates about which approach is better, and there are some pretty opinionated factions forming. In any case, we're lacking enough people to support both projects at once, and it's a bit of a deadlock. So if you could lend a hand with one of them, that would mean a lot.
So mist repellers could help humanity regain its balance. The planet is ours and we should take direct control of its ecosystems. Let's go for the mist repellers.
Zara will be pleased to hear that. She is one of the most passionate advocates of, well, some people would say the original values of Synedrion, but it's hardly that simple. She's part of a loose coalition called the Polyphonic Tendency, which advocates solutions that reject all hierarchies, all forms of domination. Nikolai, on the other hand, oh dear, I'm involving you in Synedrion drama, aren't I? My apologies. Good luck with the mission.
Okay, there we are. And of course, we reveal another Pandoran Nest for completing that mission. We should definitely return to base with this dropship because we need to heal up a little bit and ideally reload, rearm, and get ourselves another soldier to replace Mark. So that's going to be all for this video because I appreciate that it has been one of our longer ones. You will have noticed that there's probably been quite a few edits towards the first part of the video, and that's just because there was a lot of flying around, just discovering exploration sites that were giving us some materials and giving us some food, but not really sort of progressing the story on and things like that. So rather than sort of sit there and just go through all of those and make the video longer, we decided to edit those out to make things a little bit shorter. But the fun bit, the important bit, the tragic bit is still there for all to see. So thank you all very much for watching. We hope you're still enjoying our playthrough of Phoenix Point with Blood and Titanium, and we will see you on the next video. So until then, goodbye for now.